Good morning. Let me begin by showing you a rather disturbing image. I saw this back over Halloween. They were selling manger scenes of various types and styles, but all that had zombies or monsters or ghosts or whatever in them. And it's an example, unfortunately, I think, of how much our culture does not understand our faith. But fortunately, we can learn a lot, even from children. Derek Mall is an author who's written an Advent guide, and one of the stories that he tells in that guide I've never forgotten. A number of years ago, when his son was 4 years old, Derek and his wife were getting everything set up for Christmas, putting all the decorations out like we do, and of course the 4-year-old wanted to help, and they were letting him help, even though of course that was making things a little more difficult than they could have been. But of course that's what Christmas is all about in lots of ways. And they took out the manger scene, and they were placing all of the figures of the manger scene in their appropriate places, and then they noticed that the 4-year-old was stealing the figures from the manger scene right there as they were decorating. He started with the baby Jesus, and he took the baby Jesus, and then he came back and got Mary and Joseph. And Derek says that he and his wife had a rare burst of discerning wisdom, and they decided just to wait and see what happened. And so the little boy takes Jesus and Mary and Joseph away, and he comes back and he takes the wise men away and all of their camels, and he takes the angel away, and everything is basically gone from the manger scene except a few shepherds perhaps, or some sheep and a donkey maybe, or whatever. And then they wait to see what will happen. And they noticed that each day, as the days toward Christmas came, Mary and Joseph began making their way through the house towards the manger scene. One day they might be on a table, or another day on the floor in a corner, or another day on a chair, but they were making their way towards Bethlehem, towards the manger, even though Jesus wasn't with them yet. He wasn't yet born, and the 4-year-old realized this. The wise men were coming from another part of the house, and they were making their way, and each day they got a little closer. On Christmas Day, early in the morning, Jesus shows up. Mary and Joseph had made it there the day or so before. Jesus shows up in the manger. The boy put Jesus in the manger. And then later in that day, here come the wise men. And Derek and his wife were just so wonderfully encouraged by their son, who took a simple decoration, a manger scene that most of us had, and turned it into a wonderful, grand, and joyous drama. And so on this day, I want to encourage all of us to find ways to recognize that the coming of Jesus is a grand and joyous drama, and let us celebrate it as such. It isn't a spooky time. It isn't some Halloween decoration, and even a manger scene in our houses shouldn't merely be a decoration, but a reminder of the wonderful drama that God brought to us by bringing to us Jesus. It reminds us of the hope that God has given to us, the hope that does not disappoint, the hope of the assurance of things not yet seen. And so just as the 4-year-old recognized Jesus isn't here yet, but he's coming, we also recognize that the world isn't exactly as we would want it to be, but Jesus is coming again. And so we are thankful on this final day of the week of hope that Christ has come, and that Christ is risen, meaning Christ is with us now, and Christ will come again. We can continue forward in drama and in joy and in hope because God is with us.